Stop overpaying for your telco plans. So I realized a lot of people around me, once I talk to them, right, they are actually paying for telco plans up north of 100 ringgit to 200 ringgit a month, which actually sounds affordable, but in reality, they are actually overpaying it. Here's why. So there are several reasons why people tend to overpay for the telco plans, right? Including the illusion of a cheaper device. So telco nowadays really love bundling fancy phones like the latest iPhone with long-term contracts. When I mean long-term, is 36 months of contract. So on paper, it actually looks affordable, right? I can get a cheaper phone, I can get my data sorted all in one price, which is affordable, right? But in reality, you are actually massively overpaying it. Here's why. So let's take an example of a postpaid plan that I found in one of the telco here. For iPhone 16 Pro with 256 GB of storage, the device installment per month is 123 ringgit per month for a total of 36 months, which is the total cost of the device is actually 4,428, which is comparing with the official pricing of the iPhone, which is 5499, a 1,000 ringgit savings. So this sounds huge on paper, right? But actually, in order to get this device at 1,000 ringgit cheaper, but you are actually paying, you need to subscribe to a long-term 36 months postpaid plan, which is 100 ringgit a month for a total of 36 months for a 100 GB data plan. So do you really need a 100 GB data plan? I really don't think so. But let's calculate the total cost of ownership after 36 months. So the device installment plan is the device installment amount after 36 months is already 4,428 plus the plan itself, which is 100 ringgit a month. 36 months is 3,600 ringgit, bringing the total cost of ownership to 8,000 ringgit. So this is actually huge amount of money, right? So let's face it, right? I think most people don't even use that much of data. 100 GB, they may throw 100 GB, they may throw unlimited. It sounds powerful, it sounds great, but in reality, most Malaysian, in the research, like most Malaysian actually use less than 30 GB a month, especially now that there's Wi-Fi everywhere, there's Wi-Fi in your work, there's Wi-Fi at home. So actually you don't really use so much data. So you can actually check out your iPhone, check out your device, right? How much actual data that you are actually using per month. So yeah, so it can be generalized that a plan with maybe 30 GB or 40 GB a month is actually more than enough for every day-to-day Joes. If you're saying that you are gaming purely on mobile device, then maybe you need a more higher quota. But if you're not, I'm not sure. So telcos always sell the fear of like, what if you run out, like, but they're actually charging you for data that actually you don't need. It's like paying something every single month that for something that you don't eat at all. Like I can only eat like 1 kg of food a day, but I'm paying for 2 kg of food every single day, for example. Okay, so what if there's an alternative, right? So for me, this is the personal take, right? Where I think if you really want to get an iPhone, but you really want that monthly payment rather than a cash upfront, you actually can do like a middle ground where you instead of a instead of a contract with telco, you can go with a credit card 0% installment, right? So for example, iPhone 16 Pro 256 GB on the official website, it is 5499 for 36 months, which is 152 ringgit and 75 cents per month. So it's slightly more expensive compared to the first option, but you can actually use a prepaid, which is 25 ringgit per month for, like, you can always switch, right? Like 25 ringgit a month for 36 months is only 900 ringgit. So this makes the total cost of ownership after 36 months 6,399, which is a drastic difference from an 8,000 figure earlier. So this is where the the companies like telcos earn their money, right? So there are a few plans that I already look at, right? Actually, the same company itself, they are giving out 25 ringgit a month prepaid 40 GB, which is more than enough. If you want unlimited, which is unlimited data with limited speed, of course, you can actually subscribe 30 ringgit a month for this prepaid plan. These actually save you up money for the long term. So some of you may say that very mafan like prepaid, I need to top up, I need to subscribe, but actually nowadays all I can say majority of the prepaid plans are auto renew, right? You can buy the credit card, you can buy the debit card, and it just auto renew every month, just like postpaid. So that's not really mafanness there. That's not it gives you the same speed that a postpaid will do, right? So like, and there's no commitment to, if you really don't like Celcom, for example, you can always switch to Digi because it's flexible, right? It's prepaid, right? So the moral of the story here is that yes, signing up with the latest phone with the telco device, you can save. Some of the telco out there can even give you the device for free, but do look at the fine print, do calculate the total cost of ownership versus alternative like a prepaid plan. So that's all for today's video. Thank you so much. It's just a rant. Hope you have a good day.